Alright, here we go.
Hey, that's
everybody.
my job.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Jumpchain Heroes, whatever this is called, Qliphoth Breakdown. I'll remember eventually, probably by the time we complete it. Yeah, part 5. Anyway, so today we're here with, as you can see, me, Corin, Buck, and Ron. Lilith is dealing with something IRL, and Megan has to deal with her family because she's eating at the moment with them. So they're going to come in probably a little bit later. Yeah, so they're going to come in a little bit later.
Ron just scarfed down an entire goddamn pizza. So, I mean, like, good lord, man.
I want to be able to
He sounds drowsy, that's why. I'm surprised he's not in a carb coma. Good lord.
That's fair.
You cannot understand the way I work. And even I understand the way you work.
I have eaten an entire pizza on my own in the past, and let me tell you, I was not up for a D&D campaign 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm very much up for this. I'm very awake right now.
But anyways, so, yeah, it is, speaking of, Ron's battle against this sleepy chick who looks like she's about to start beating him with, possibly her entire bubble army.
They are bubbles. They might not look like bubbles, but that has more to do with the limitations of the ellipse function.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what?
You are currently fighting a bunch of bubbles and a very young-looking lady.
So, guys, am I beating up on a child right now?
I'm Dwayne. D9.
Should we be concerned?
How old are you?
Twin. T9.
29, huh?
Yeah.
I see now. You weren't, apparently the height, you were asleep on whenever they were giving out the height, huh?
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, neither was I. So, bubbles, huh?
Bubbles.
I like bubbles.
She
Bubbles
reaches
are nice.
forward and pops one. It makes a party favor noise.
Ooh. Ooh. Walks over and pokes one. Why would I hear? Fuck.
You booped it. You booped the snoot.
Am I going crazy again, or did we actually just go back to where we were before? After apparently the entire lava and
Definitely going crazy.
Where
You
did
can
everybody
hear
go?
some sound to begin to phase into reality. What appears to be the non-committal clapping of handless audience. Yeah, they my peeps.
Okay. Hallucinogenic bubbles. Got it.
You also notice that she looks significantly less tired now.
I got it. I know what this is. This is your dream, isn't it? Because you're daydreaming. Or am I daydreaming?
Yeah, you got it. It's the only place that I don't feel a perpetual feeling of tiredness and depression.
Makes sense. I don't even know if I dream anymore. I mean, last night I had a nightmare, but it really wasn't a nightmare because I was kind of in control of everything, so I was able to kill the monsters that were scaring me. Would that be considered a nightmare?
She her eyes seem to unfocus as you can hear some splashing in the near the sea, as you see a large whale soaring through the air. Only it has the face of a human stretched across its entire mass. My dreams get weird sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, there was that one time I was driving a Cadillac and it turned into a tiger.
Right. Yeah, I never had an issue with a Cadillac because I don't pay attention to cars. But I did have something turn into a tiger. It was my right hand.
Oh. That reminds me of the one time my, Okay, I'm gonna stop there then.
Some momentary sounds before you hear the sound of what appear to be blaring trumpets, as if to announce the presence. Now approaching the Lord Captain Commander Dave III, first of his line, has arrived.
Legitimately, I come back from grabbing your food, and that entire line that you just spoke was the first thing I heard.
So I've been dragged into the sleepy girl's dream by popping one of her bubbles. I'm apparently meeting her stand, at least I think I would be. He looks like Mr. Poopy Butthole.
I am Lord Captain Commander Dave III, first of his line. I'll have you
know. No, I know what you look. You look like a banana.
Hi, Vixie.
I have been personally slighted. How dare you?
To just kind of show off what this Buddy Boo looks like.
So, let me see. Lord Captain Commander Dave III, first of his line.
He looks like Excalibur.
Oh my god, he does! Oh my god, he does.
You are correct. That is indeed my first name.
Wait, that's your first name?
Lord Captain Commander Dave III, first of his line. Smith.
Okay. Captain Commander Dave III, first of his... Smith.
Yes. Glad to see that you are able to remember such an important and illustrious name.
I mean, it is very lustrous. I mean, illustrious. You have to forgive me, I'm Southern, so my tongue doesn't quite work with words very well.
Many places have a south. Except for this place. Every direction is north.
He's just looking around. Really?
Yeah, for example, if you look to the north now, you will find a large collection of cats with no arms nor legs on the stand, awaiting the arrival of their favorite P-pop band.
Oh, I didn't see those over there before.
Yes, the band should be arriving shortly to deliver their siren call.
Interesting. So, Mr. Lord Captain Commander David III, first of his line, Smith. I don't understand. How do I get back to the waking world? Because I kind of don't really want to be asleep right now, if that's all right with you. And I'm actually kind of trespassing here. I understand that. So I'm...
Yes, well, unfortunately, you cannot leave except unless one of two things occur. You must either defeat the master of this realm, or you must forfeit and give up on your battle.
Okay.
Do you forfeit before the face of such an incredibly powerful enemy as myself?
Actually, that would probably be a injustice to you, so I decide not to forfeit, because I'm actually curious to see what you can do, my lord.
I see. Then allow me to show you my first most powerful attack. Not to be confused with my second most powerful attack, which is even more most powerfuler. I shall summon the Yellow Jackets.
The what?
Are you ready?
Is this gonna be fucking murder hornets?
I will have you know, this is no mere murder hornet. It is a yellow jacket. It has never skipped arm day.
Oh, it's Jack! I'm just... My guy is literally just falling over laughing on the ground, holding his stomach.
I feel like I should be concerned.
His rippling muscles are not to be underestimated.
Oh no! Give me a moment, my lord. I need to get my breath back.
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright, I'm good. Alright. Woo! You caught me off guard with that one. Lord Captain Commander David the third, first of his line, Smith.
Yeah, Harriet is a very specially mental individual.
Oh, Sin, I had an idea.
Hmm?
You know how we had our JoJo forms, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if we JoJo out in a JoJo world?
Hmm.
How do you JoJo a JoJo? It's like...
Well, it's simple. You go from Josuke Higashikata to freaking Wamu.
I mean, yeah.
Fair.
So, look, this thing has big bulging muscles, and I'm pretty sure it's flexing. All right?
Oh, yeah. It's flexing at you.
So, I need a roll for flex.
Oh my god.
All right, that's the charisma roll to see how powerful your flex is.
Now, which one of these is charisma?
One that says CHA.
Oof. Unfortunately, I can't. Look, I'm already JoJo-fied, so it's hard for me to JoJo more.
You watch as it flexes, bringing its biceps up into the classical pose, but then its other two pairs of arms each take bodybuilder poses as its entire body ripples with musculature at you. Do you think that you can successfully outpose the swole?
Then this seems I will have to unleash my ultimate attack. I summon Stardust Speedway as we pose the both of us.
Why is all of them going to pose battle?
What?
Why does it always end up in a pose battle?
Look, do you not see the muscular arms? How do you expect me to not pose at this piece of shit?
I know, but I'm saying like in
You
every
fool.
Jumpchain, there's always been at least one pose battle.
Right.
Yeah.
You fool. Foolish Ronald. You have underestimated the power of the Yellow Jacket.
But-
There is an ability it possesses that even you cannot possess with your meager human arms and meager standoff. All six of its arms raise up. You, even with the assistance of your stand, you cannot muda with 6 hands.
Yo, that's where you're wrong. I may not be able to muda with the best of them, but I can! Jumps into the air, and out of fucking nowhere, a steamroller appears! I can roll!
Yellow Jacket is crushed underneath the weight of the massive steamroller as you can hear a pop goes the weasel pop noise as Dave goes, holy shoot muffin. Christian server. By the way, I think you just killed my Yellow Jacket.
Oh,
Where did you get a steamroller from?
And this is a dream world, right? So, do you really need to ask that?
Turns to a Harriet as she shrugs, says, well, sounds legit. The Queen has decreed that summoning steamrollers within the dream world is legit. But do not think that the only power I possess is that of the Yellow Jacket that is currently smeared across the bottom of your steamroller.
Also, my lord, I'm very sorry about that. I didn't expect it to actually die.
That seems to be a common problem with you and yours.
I actually, look, he sits down onto the side of the steamroller. To be fair, I'm actually trying to help people. I actually really want to help people. But these people are a complete idiot, are completely insane.
Speaking of insane, he raises his head to the sky. They have arrived.
Oh, really? Who's that? He looks... No, wait, he doesn't look up, he looks north.
Good. You look the downward north as he walks off with the calm strut. Allow me to introduce to you the P-pop band of so many dreams. The collection of half cat, half bags all seems to begin to clap despite the lack of their arms. Our most powerful wizardy boys. None other than... That's right, me, the headmaster of them all and his boys is Dave and the Pidgey Boys.
Huh?
Wow, you're not even going to start clapping, huh? I see how it is. Uncultured swine.
Oh, I mean, I see the stand there. Oh, there they are. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wrong north, my dude.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I was looking north when I should have been looking north. I'm very sorry.
That is fair. You are new to this land and its customs. Therefore, we shall ignore it this once. Bask in the beauty of the Pidgey Boy.
I'm sorry, but is this just Powerful Boyfriend?
That is the Hatful Boyfriend cast, yes.
Did she draw them?
She did.
She drew them.
Look. Can you tell your sister how thankful I am for this?
Let me just show you guys this in more detail here.
This is the best thing. This is the best thing she could have ever done. I'm gonna fucking So in tune with the law, with the rules of this world, I stand up, turn around, and clap with my massive ass cheeks.
That is both disgusting and also admirable. I did not know such a thing was physically possible, but I suppose that it is a problem.
But of course, anyone can do it when they are. He smacks both his ass cheeks. Dummy sick.
Well, we are within a dream. Our minds and our psyches govern this realm.
Oh, well, then that might be a problem for everyone because I'm kind of...
I just took sanity damage. Yay!
This might actually be a fight I could win because I am more intense than anything that could come out of this place. But anyway, he jumps down off of his steamroller as it just pops out of existence. So, what should I be doing here then, my lord?
Well, obviously, step one is do not assault the talent. These Pidgey Boys are for entertainment purposes only, as they shall engage in the most time-honored tradition of ripping off late 2000s K-pop songs in the background.
Oh, but of course, they are there to set the scene. I understand. I now understand. I don't know if I should be scared about that, though.
You should be absolutely terrified, for your opponent has reached the stage, not the actual stage. I'm referring to the stage of battle, because we are not battling on the actual stage. Again, we do not endanger the talent.
But of course, no. Yeah. They're innocent bystanders, and thus should not be part of this.
Exactly. All 6 of them should be protected.
I mean, yes, they are all very, very much lovely boys. They are boys, right?
Yes, they are. All 6 of them are indeed boys.
Okay, good. Yes, then they are very precious and they must be kept, so they must be protected.
Very good. But enough talk. Let us begin. As he seems to rapidly swell in size.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just...
Yeah. His legs begin to rapidly grow outward, and I don't have a way of editing the token for this, as they seem to develop a, frankly, grotesque form of musculature as he poses with them. It is, as you can see, he gestures north to the sun. It is the middle of the day. He proceeds to then squat several times. And
hi, Megan.
squats. It must be leg day.
You have come into the quite possibly most disturbing thing ever.
I don't know what I got myself into.
Pidgey Boys and jacked yellow jackets.
The yellow jacket.
Show it to her. She has to.
Yeah, are you current? Yeah. Don't worry, I will put it big honking off to the side as well. So it is very important that when you arrive, you gain full access to what is on screen.
Yes. This is what I gotta deal with right now.
1 second.
Lord Captain Commander Dave the Third, first of his line, flexes his mighty quadriceps at you. Be prepared for combat, fool.
But your lord, there's a problem with your frequencies of the sun. So you see, he puts on his awesome hat. It's high noon.
That only makes me stronger, fool.
So, shall we?
He surges forward with his meaty thighs slamming you into the side, hurling charge, inflicting a surprisingly significant amount of damage, as you could swear you have now felt the very shape of the musculature of his calves against your face. Come on, that's what I get the D4 on, huh? So you take 5 damage. Surprisingly, your body is completely unharmed, but you can feel the damage down to your very soul. It seems that all normal damage is translated to sanity damage within this land of dreams.
Ah. Normal damage is done to the mind. So, brain dead.
You do not need to worry about brain damage, for you see, as you might be able to understand, no one here has a brain.
But then...
And Megan, it's because they are the legendary P-pop band Dave and the Pidgey Boys.
Oh my gosh, Stan.
Yeah, right now they're in the background ripping off late 2000s K-pop hits. Well, mid to late 2000 K-pop hit. They are setting the scene. Meanwhile, we've got the yellow jacket.
It's very Jack.
It's a jacket.
It's Jack. Yeah,
yes,
at the moment, the Pigeons appear to be doing some sort of copyright-free rip-off of Girls' Generation G, or possibly Run Devil Run. No one can tell.
Because
Stan Girls' Generation.
It's the Pidgey Boys generation.
Harriet nods sagely. I'm a fan of the classics.
Oh, good for you. Good for you, yes.
Now, shall you retaliate against me, Ronald of the Tiny Thighs? Or, as you would
insulted
prefer,
your
based on your
thighs.
Ronald the Dummy Thick.
She's insulted your thighs. Flex those thighs.
If you want to use my full name, I mean, you can. Don't really technically like it, because I like people to call me Ron instead, but hey, you
keep calling me Lord Captain Commander Dave the Third, first of his line Smith, which is my full name, not my shrunk name.
Oh, you have a shrunk name?
I have a shrunk name.
Oh, what is it?
There are those who call me Tim.
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 Are you deaf, dummy thick sir? I am Tim. Tim.
Tim.
I have taken sanity damage from your repeated questions.
What the fuck are you fighting right now? What is happening?
Unfortunately, I had to pause real quick because I'm getting the button hit for me.
Damn it. I will pause the thing in 3, 2, 1, boop. Alright. He has returned, ladies and gentlemen.
He flexes his meaty thighs at you.
You're really loving this voice, ain't you?
Oh yes, it is one of my favorite voices to do. During my Hatful Boyfriend playthrough with my little sister, this is the voice I gave during Holiday Star.
Ooh, okay.
All of the Pidgey Boys have very unique voices that she and I gave to them. When you play through it on this channel, they will not possess the very same voice. That is, for the beauty is in the fleeting existence known as the pigeon.
Ron, you must flex those thighs at this thigh flexing thing.
You think you can defeat me in a pose?
But Sin, you see, the problem with that is he is a master of the thighs, but I am a master of the insanity.
Are you flexing your insanity?
Yeah. So, with that, since this is obviously a dream world, anything goes. I'm gonna pull out a needle from literally out of nowhere and just pop as they, as balloons.
All right. Roll strength. Despite his best attempts to flex with the force of steel, the needle nonetheless penetrates, doing exactly as you expected, letting out a high whistling noise as the air begins to pour out. No! My natty gains! Within moments, he is now standing on but a single hyper-swole thigh, the other one thoroughly deflated. How dare you!
Listen, I told you, I got the down low of this world. I know. I now understand.
I see now that I underestimated your thought process. I thought for a moment that perhaps, you might indeed be sane. But I was incorrect, and my folly has been made clear.
My friend, that's why you made your first mistake. For you see, I was never sane to begin with.
Ha! Joke's on you. My first mistake was actually completely unrelated to this. I have made many mistakes. This is simply the newest one. Ha, ha.
I'm talking about your mistakes with me, but still,
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I mean, granted, a motorcycle fell on my head, and ever since then, I've not been quite right in the head. Am I?
Unfortunately, he kicks with the wrong leg, and you just get slapped with the limp noodliness of his deflated leg. Curses! I mixed up my left and my right.
Huh. So left is right is left in this world. Just like
no. Left is left and right is right. I just, I tried to swing my right leg, and I swung my wrong leg. Common affliction.
I mean, that is true. You are standing on your right leg, but you used your left leg instead.
Precisely. Therefore, I was not all right.
Nope, you were not right.
Yeah. By the way, thanks to the initiative rolls, it is now your turn, and I am frozen in place until such time as you launch your... as is the way of this realm.
Ah. So, you mean to tell me that if I wasn't to do anything at all, you wouldn't be able to move you wouldn't even be able to do anything.
How do you figure this stuff out so quickly?
I play plenty of video games.
That's fair. You know what my counter-argument is?
Oh?
Queen Banana Fofana, activate the ATB system! He's clearly singing his own theme now.
Ah, you are... Okay. But I still haven't taken my action though, so...
Curses! Your ATB bar was already full before it even got put onto our GUI. Mine needs to recharge.
Yep. Besides, I still haven't taken my action yet. I mean, I technically haven't moved from this one square, so...
True. Having kicked you in the face with a limp noodle of a deflated leg, I must wait until my turn.
Yeah. And if I decide to just, not do anything at all, we'll be stuck here perpetually.
Oh no, we turned on the ATB bars, therefore, once my bar fills, I get to take an action, even if you don't use yours.
Oh, I see. You're pulling a Final Fantasy VII. God.
Ah, yes. Final Fantasy VII. That one with all the ghosts, right?
I mean, I think they do have ghosts in that game, actually. Yeah, they go to the haunted train yard and stuff, and then
No, I meant those ghosts that keep popping out of nowhere and keep interrupting all the important plot bits, and I can't figure out why. Curses. I think that I am dating my own brain. And not in a good way.
You might just be.
Oh my god, take your turn. My ATB bar is almost full, and I am a fair and just Lord Captain Commander Dave the first third of his line.
Ah, why, thank you. He bowed to the Lord.
Is that your move?
So, you gonna do anything?
It's your move!
But your ATB bar is full!
No, it's almost full!
Well, when will it be full?
Alright, it's full now.
Okay, come on!
His limp noodle once again flies out, smacking him in his face and nearly knocking over his own. I have never been so demoralized. Well, actually, I have been more demoralized, but, not recently. It's your move, Ron.
Hang on. My brain needs a moment to come up with something more crazy. God damn it. For the day.
It's actually used up. Holy hell.
Oh my god.
I wonder.
You are continuously making more noises with your face hole that make me think that something bad is going to happen to me. Please continue.
Tell me, do you have hands? Or
I
are
do.
you just...
I do indeed have hands. I simply have not thought about them yet. Therefore, they do not exist on my personage as of yet.
Ah, but now you've thought of them, so now they exist.
He looks down at his golden fingies. Oh no!
Aha! He grabs his hand and gives him a shake. It's a pleasure to meet you, my friend. And he just starts shaking him really, really fast.
Propriety? My only weakness! How do you do? He begins to shake even faster in response.
Oh, I am doing very well! Thank you very much!
I am very glad to hear that!
Okay, so do we roll now for a strength to see who overpowered each other?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you are unable to keep up with his high society style of propriety as he continuously shakes your hand until such time that you can feel the vibrations of the handshake course through your very being, your soul beginning to become weaker in the presence of such a well-groomed nobleman. He releases your hand with his own meaty fingy as he clearly flexes his finger muscles. Do you think that you could successfully defeat me in a battle of propriety? I am the Lord Captain Commander.
No, but I was able to get my stand behind you, and now I can do 1,000 years of death.
Nani?
Exactly.
Okay, roll for dexterity. No, not my cloaca!
What?
His head turns to the sky, his entire body vibrating for a brief moment before being completely unmade. The echoing sound of cloaca coursing throughout the entire area.
Huh, I found his off switch. Interesting.
Huh. I wasn't expecting you to successfully find his weak point. I knew that pigeon buttholes need to be protected, but no. Beatrice is all like, that's not an adequate use of our funds. And Johan is all like, if they needed protected buttholes, they wouldn't need us to design them a whole bunch of butthole covers. I swear.
Aye, understandable. I mean, considering pigeon buttholes are pretty, out there and stuff,
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently the number one issue with the pigeon butthole guard that I designed was that it wouldn't let them poop properly. To which I then proceeded to point out that, I mean, really, if pigeons having trouble pooping is the worst problem that you have in your life, then, that's fair. That's fair, actually.
Well, have you ever thought of this then, though? You have, this tube, okay, that you shove it right up in there, so that's what the poop can just filter out of it.
A cloacal... Oh, what's the term for that? The thingy. The thing that you put down your urethra.
I
have no idea. I should know it, but I don't know. We were just talking about this.
Either it's pipe or funnel, I think.
Nah, it's a specific thing that you shove in there in order to do something.
Oh, right. A cloacal catheter.
Nah, there you go.
I can see that we are two people of the very same mind.
Very much so. So he kneels down to get face to face. Would you be so kind as to tell me the way to get at it to wake up, basically?
Oh, it's simple. Give up, or defeat the master of this land.
So basically, you, because it is your stand and stuff that is making these things.
Oh no! You see, you misunderstand. Master of this land. She gestures to herself. Do I look like a guy?
But isn't master a unisex title in a sense?
The female version is mistress.
Yeah, but that's for kinkiness.
I feel like you may not have a very strong understanding of everything in this world.
I mean, I have a slight bit of an understanding, but I'm still learning as I'm going, you know? That's why I ask questions a lot. Why do you ask questions?
Because it confuses people.
Yeah, it does. You know?
Fair.
It really, really does.
You know what? I find you too relatable to kill you in here. Do you like you just want to end this?
I mean, I kind of want to win in a sense. Hey, how about this? Show me to the master of this world, and then I'll decide from then. Okay?
Oh yeah, no, he's been behind me this entire time. He's just more jacked than anyone. And as you know, the more jacked you are, the more of a ruler you are. That's why he's the more powerful. Say hello to Lawrence.
So the jack I defeated just now wasn't the actual guy. This big honking beefcake is the actual.
That is correct. We operate under the rule of or the role of Swole, if you prefer.
The role of
Swole.
Yep. She raises her tiny noodle arms. As you can see, I take getting jacked very seriously.
So since I am still, even for like a normal person, I am pretty jacked. Do you think I would be even more jacked if I was just bigger? Because by technicality, the bigger I am, the more square mileage of muscle I contain.
Well, as long as you remember that we don't follow the square cube law here in the land of dreams, I suppose so. But there is only one way to get super jacked in such a short period of time, and there's no way you've figured out the true secret.
Is it hot air?
I mean, actually, technically, yes.
Well, that's funny because that seems to be kind of what I'm full of a lot of the time, you know?
Dear God, I can't believe it. He's using puns. She leans over to Lawrence. But be careful. There's still one technique he hasn't learned yet. Lawrence then begins to buzz loudly as it flexes violently.
You must tap into your dream reservoir.
So, now what do we do?
Well, I mean, it's an excellent question.
Flex bow.
You know, I was just wondering if Lawrence over here was going to roll initiative, and it seems he's done it.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
He appears to have rolled. She looks at her non-existent watch. Ah, yes. He appears to have rolled lower than you.
Huh. Makes sense.
Yep.
No,
but will you be able to find out how to increase your arm size enough to punch through his swollen thorax?
Well, considering this runs off of dream logic, and cartoon logic is similar to dream logic, I could always just do this. He takes up his, he puts his thumb into his mouth and starts to blow.
No, he figured it out! Your thumb, your arm rapidly grows until it's the size of...
Until it's the size of what?
Until it's the size of Lawrence. As Lawrence begins to take a moment to appreciate the swole, recognize swole, before it lowers its head. Curses! He's too jacked!
Aha! But that is only half of my true power! He takes his other thumb and blows into it.
You fool. As you blow into it, you begin to feel weakness spreading through your body. Excellent tactics. If you take away the X part of tactics, you get tack. And you know what happens if you have a thumbtack and you're swole?
No, I don't. What happens?
Thumbtack.
But the problem with that, but you see, here's where your logic is flawed. My dear lady, you are a lady, right?
Yes, obviously.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, you're kind of wearing really baggy PJs. Those are very comfortable, by the way. Not gonna lie.
They are very comfortable. Yes.
What? Okay. Not to see. Where do you shop at, actually? You know, where'd you get those from?
I shop at telling other people to buy me my stuff.
You know, I might have to do that more often. Because, you know, I really spend a lot of money just willy-nilly all the time, you know?
I feel like you're getting distracted. I thought you were about to do something to outswole my hornet.
Ah, that's right. Yeah. You were talking about thumbtacks and stuff. Well, you see, here's the problem, though. Because, you see, what would happen, though, if you were very thick-skinned?
You wouldn't get hurt by insults.
No. I mean, like, literally very, very thick skin. And so even if like a needle could barely puncture your skin because it's just so thick.
Oh my god. You even said it earlier. You called yourself dummy thick.
He grins mischievously. Of course.
Shoot.
I gave you the keys to my ruination, but you didn't even realize it.
No. There. Anyway, according to the role of Swole, technically you're the master of this realm now, so you just have to beat yourself and you're out.
Huh. I see. Unfortunately, that's not how this is gonna go. Because I am now the master. I can decide when things stop. He sits there for a second. Okay, now things will stop.
Harry kind of pauses. Oh. Well, guess I lost.
Oh man, that was a nice nap. Can't remember my dream hardly, but I'm pretty sure it was probably pretty weird.
Oh, actually, you can remember it in perfect clarity. It is
know.
not a normal dream, after all.
But of course. But that's the way life goes,
Just don't look at my teammates. What the hell?
Oh, don't worry. I defeated her in a basically insanity all.
Several bubbles pop up near your heads and just explode as your brain is filled with a third-person view of the entire battle, as Harriet nods drowsily, lays down on the ground, and just takes a nap.
No, she's all tuckered out after her fight. You make sure that she gets some good rest. That poor girl is very, very, very tired.
Johan just kind of shrugs as Dot seems to pull a blanket out of nowhere and puts it on top of Harriet, perfectly obscuring her as if her token was deleted from the map.
Oh, nice.
Should I be concerned?
I'm gonna just go back here.
I mean,
Hey, James, did something change about you?
Buck sits there and just looks at you all, looks at him. For being asleep this entire time, I'm gonna let that one pass.
Johan kind of shifts in place. Well, who are you sending in next?
Well, since we're going against the thing and James is dead, I guess I'm next, technically.
Wait, James is dead? Then who the fuck are you?
Who do you think, numbnuts?
You can physically see the gears working in his brain.
There's a momentary click before Harriet seems to mutter, "The buck stops here," before rolling over in her sleep.
You could just almost see the light bulb go off above his head as he kind of slinks away from you for a bit. Hey, buddy pal, how you been?
I'm extremely tired.
I can imagine especially after everything that's happened, right?
Yeah. If it's any consolation, at least, you weren't dead. Thank you for that, because who am I going to throw at Jumpchain when I try to kill her?
Why is there a purple angry face in the middle of a red TV?
I don't know.
I've been wondering about that for a while.
Yeah, same. I don't know
Just
what's
kind of
going
been
on there.
sitting there, that's my tank, but the purple, I don't know.
Megan drew a face on it. Megan undrew a face.
I actually didn't remember drawing that, so I was like, who the hell is that? And I looked down and seeing the colors to the name, so I was like, oh fuck, that was me.
Fair enough.
There's a momentary pause as, Buck is clearly going to go forward to fight, and Johan looks to the two non-jumper companions. Goliath kind of is like, oh, hell no. No.
Oh, by the way, I don't have access to my token.
Let me give that to you.
Yeah. Goliath's pretty much size-wise like, no, not happening. No. And just in case I wasn't clear enough, Johan, hell no. I don't do snakes. I don't do reptiles of any kind. I'm out. He walks as far away as he possibly can, hiding behind several.
So does that mean that he forfeits?
that he's not going to fight Buck.
He can fight someone
But
else.
it was his turn, so technically he forfeits the fight, so we win this fight.
At that, he kind of shifts around. We never said who we were sending into a fight.
He never did. He looked
That's
at him, and the guy said no. So.
Oh, that's
Buck
right. Hold
just
on, my brain is
stretching.
still. Hang on. That's right. My brain is still running on Dream World logic. You have to give me a moment here. I need to get myself in order.
That Benji walks forward, grimacing visibly. Hello.
Hi. You see Buck kind of crack his neck and arms. Alright. And you see him behind him, he grabs something out of this thing. The people who have jumped with me should recognize this weapon, as it was Buck's favorite toy.
Are you more or less likely to commit homicide than the young woman that committed homicide earlier?
She what?
Brutally and painfully.
No, actually not painfully at all. Brutally, yes, but there was no pain. It was an instantaneous detonation.
It was quite sudden, yes.
What did you know? We're supposed to be the hero, right? What the fuck, woman?
Ron, what is the one thing I have said this entire time?
That heroes is a misnomer?
Very much so.
Clearly you guys aren't. At least one of us is trying to be a hero.
You can see Diana tapping her foot on the ground, raising an eyebrow.
And I also give you like a no.
It just
really? Glare at you.
Yeah, you see Buck kind of like spin around his axe, and he places it under his chin and looks over at Ron. Ron, you do realize that we didn't start this journey as heroes. That was just a misnomer given to us because we ended up fighting a completely different jumper team than these people. And that the only reason we were called heroes in the first place was because we couldn't really figure out a different team name. But in all reality... Yeah. I made friends with them, actually. They were quite nice. And then I don't know what happened to him. You see Buck kind of like spin his axe back, like kind of resting it on his shoulder. By the by, to answer your question, buddy, depends how pissed off you make me. I really don't care about your life, I'll be real. James was a nice guy. Buck then turns his axe into the whip form. I'm more sadistic.
Well,
what the fuck has happened to our team?
I don't feel good about this, but all right. Let's see what happens. He reaches into his pocket.
Okay.
What?
Just grabbing his pocket, huh?
Yeah, he reached into his pocket, and now
he's colorful.
There's a disco cubism abomination standing in front of you.
What have you done to yourself?
Shut up.
He looks very trippy.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
I did not choose this. This was not my decision.
Buck just starts laughing as his smile gets bigger. I'm sorry. What?
What happened?
I mean, to be fair, I don't choose anything that happens to me either, buddy. So, I mean, I guess we're equals there.
Oh, well. Okay, so first off, roll initiative.
Got enough. Un momento.
Damn it, I just... Wow.
Well, now.
Get another 20. Damn.
You are clearly much faster than this man, as he appears to be holding a pencil.
Well, no shit. Buck has achieved his ultimate form now. He is complete.
What's his name and AC?
Also, my guy's just my guy's just sitting there thinking.
Yeah.
What's his name and AC?
AC is 12. His name is Benjamin. I call him Benji.
Benji.
I'm just don't spell it like that.
I think I remember your name. Oh wait, James. Aren't you the guy that didn't want to do anything? Or was that a different dude? That was right? Benji.
Yes, I was. I actually wait. I now realize that my brain started answering your question, but I have no idea what your question was.
You're the guy that Johan had buy him like a produce company, right?
Yes, that was me.
Man, this has gotta suck for you.
Despite the fact that he clearly possesses no lips, you can see him pursing his. He raises his hands up as if to throw punches. Joke's on you, he also doesn't have any eyes. He is a disco cubism man.
Buck just kind of starts tapping himself in the face. I hate thinking things over. Let's just have some fun. Reptilia, if you don't mind. Reptilia turns one of Buck's hands into a snake as it proactively at this point starts letting out their poison into the surrounding area around Buck.
Yeah, kind of shift before. Is that your action?
Yep. Okay. Buck isn't going to move. He's just going to make an area of effect around himself.
He reaches into his pocket, pulls out his hand, and throws something at you. Let's see. 12. That is enough. As a pencil drives its way into your forearm.
Oof.
Which arm? The one that's turned into a snake currently, or the one
not
that's
snake
normal?
arm?
Hmm.
You can feel a weird feeling in your head. Almost as if something's shifting inside of it.
Let me guess. Object manipulation.
It's certainly manipulation of a sort.
Alright then. You gonna do anything else? Cause...
Okay. He kind of shifts in place. No, it takes a minute to activate. Well, not a minute, but I don't do combat much. I'm Johan's right-hand man. I don't know why I'm here. Johan helpfully chimes in because I said that all of my right hands will be fighting. I have a lot of right hands.
So, alright then. How far can Buck walk, by the by?
Pretty substantial. You can close the distance.
He just casually walks up with the pencil sticking out of his arm, and, he just, looks at the guy for a moment. So, would you like the axe, or would you like the other thing?
I'm going to be honest here. You're asking me if it's the devil I know or the devil I don't know, and I don't like devils very much.
Yeah, but I'm being nice because, frankly, you don't want to be here, and neither do I.
Is the other thing more or less painful?
The other thing is what melted that lady's face.
Neat. I'm forfeiting. Goodbye. Good night.
Oh my.
How does no one want to actually fight?
Man,
is that...
Well, Buck, you are a scary motherfucker, so...
You see,
I
Buck,
saw what you did to her face, and I'm not sure how much wine Tanya carries with her at all times.
You see Buck kind of, sitting there for a moment as he spins his axe and just kind of looks at them all. For a bunch of people that are supposed to be really tough, and
we're the board of directors!
You're still someone we got sent here to deal with, buddy.
Okay, that has far more to do with whoever the heck is employing freaking Johan. Has nothing to do with me. I'm here to make money. I'm here to make lots of money. I made a lot of money.
Why didn't you quit sooner and, retire to a farmhouse or something?
Because...
Be an honest worker.
Working in the fields does not make as much money.
No, but you don't have to pay for food.
I mean, that really depends. I mean, you have to pay for the seeds in question, so really, it's more that you're investing in the food.
Fair.
So, Samuel, I believe you would technically be next. Unless you want your other friends to fight. Yeah, you... Anyone...
Here, let's go ahead and check. I believe that both Diana and the young lady that you had on your team have both left the area on shopping runs.
Well, yeah, they were last anyways.
Lilith over here is kind of brain dead right now. She pass the fuck out.
So it'd be my turn next. So who would like to challenge my glorious arms? I pose dramatically.
You realize that we sent me in, and then asked who you're sending in, and now you're asking who's...
Fair!
Sure, I understand.
So, I don't particularly want to kill you. In fact, I don't want to kill anyone here. So, I shall attempt not to mortally injure you. Or, not more... I would prefer not to injure you at all, but that depends on you.
He dabs at his shirt slightly, which, given the fact that it's been such a short time, there's still a small amount of all things. Nathan spit, as he seems to squelch it with a look of distaste on his face. Ugh.
That looked nasty.
It is disgusting.
Why did he spit at you?
What is the name of your... He looks directly at...
Name of mine?
Yes.
God, what was his name? I haven't used him forever.
Shooting Stars.
Shooting Star.
Good. I like Shooting Stars. It's capable of catching things.
Yes.
Yeah. He gestures towards Nathan's spit. Well, I'll be borrowing the young man's ability. Or both young men's, really. Smooth Criminal. You feel an odd feeling of emptiness inside of yourself for a second. There. Now neither of us will be able to use our stand. As he kind of pulls off his jacket to reveal that he is just as heavy built as you are. Roll for initiative.
Alright, hold on. I'm trying to remember my AC. It was...
So then it just comes down to pure buff and build.
Yes. Let's see if you can out-bulk. His DC is 13.
I believe mine is 12. Trying to make it so actually... There we go. So there we go. And then...
A long stick.
Yeah.
13.
That is pretty
and,
fun.
yeah.
They've seen what you can do, and they're like, yeah, nah, I ain't fucking with that.
Yeah.
Alright, my initiative is...
Specifically...
12. Alright. 17. Oh dear, it's got hurt. I don't even see the roll for that. Oh, there it is.
Oh, well, yeah, 17 above. And it's another 17 as he just, goddamn, decks you across the jawline.
Ow. I will uppercut him in the jaw.
Out his teeth slam together and the low grunt of pain as he kind of shifts backward. But not even missing a beat, immediately tries to swing. Unfortunately, it goes just a bit too wide as it appears that he was slightly rattled from the blow to the face.
I'm going to roundhouse kick him in the ribs as hard as I can.
Okay.
Oh, so...
Hear the loud grunt from him again. D4.
D4?
Zen, do you feel proud of yourself that you're beating up an old man?
He is more jacked than I am.
Not that old.
Yeah, and what's the second? Because
two?
you didn't roll for the uppercut damage.
Oh, /R1D4. Oops, that's S.
That's 1S4.
/R1D4, not 1S4.
So the roundhouse kick does substantially less damage than the uppercut, but nonetheless it is still incredibly discomforting looking, as he then proceeds to seemingly shift his posture up a bit before going and slamming his fist right towards your throat.
Thankfully, I have my ability, which makes my throat much tougher.
He has no freaking clue about that. Nonetheless, though, even with that bonus, it still hits, and it still manages to deal a rather hefty amount of damage. Unfortunately, his goal of collapsing your windpipe did fail. Only instead inflicting
clear my throat and be like, you have a very strong punch. And I'm going to do the exact same thing to him. Oh.
Okay, roll 2d4 plus 4.
Oh my god.
Because a targeted attack like that has a higher difficulty of hitting.
This got hurt. Oh.
You can hear the loud crunch before he kind of stumbles back, clearly unable to breathe whatsoever.
You might want to heal him. I think he's done.
He does try to launch one more blow, but unfortunately, the inability to breathe has now made it quite difficult.
Catch his hand and be like, "Can you heal him?" He's definitely done.
Clearly glaring.
Are you done? You want to forfeit? If you forfeit,
Tanya
just
kind of
tap your arm or something.
Well, Samuel. She just kind of picks him up casually. 70-year-old men should not be engaging in fistfights.
You know what? I'm going to be very nice to him. I'm going to be very nice to him. Once he can breathe again, I'm going to give him a free shot. All right?
Tanya kind of pauses. Are you serious? I don't recommend it.
All right, you know what? We'll ignore. I think I won this. So yeah.
She clearly chastises him, pointing out that 70-year-old men should not do fistfights as she forces.
Oh, that was a good shot, though.
You can hear a loud clicking from him as he starts gasping for it. Okay. By the way, Megan, for reasons, I'd like you to roll 1d20. Same with Sin.
Oh, okay.
Megan, because reasons, and Sin, because he was fighting again. 13. 9. So Sin was able to roll high enough, but Megan... Sin, he was clearly throwing the goddamn match. He locked both of your personas off and could clearly use other people's personas and went into a fist fight. It would appear that he is in fact putting his trust in your team to win because he wants to protect his boys.
Yeah. I don't mind it too. He threw a punch at me right to the throat, so I was just doing the same thing towards him, you know.
Yeah, then you freaking critted.
Yeah.
You and Ron both crit. And yet
I don't want to kill the man, so yeah, I struck a semi-vulnerable point that probably wouldn't kill him, you know? You're being nice.
That had a pretty live... If that man were not... If he did not have the backstory that he had that I haven't told you about, he probably would be dead right now.
They
you just punched a 70-year... You just collapsed the throat of a man. Just saying.
You know, anyways. That looks so wrong.
Steps forward.
That's supposed to be the tank?
That is the tank.
Oh, seriously? So the truck was a square, and now the tank is a square too. Where's the drawing talent?
Can I pick that back up, or is it still superheated?
Oh, it's still superheated. It takes a while, dude.
Just making sure, you know.
I can't believe the only good fight I've had were back in Ruby. Kidding me. Buck's just kind of like scratching his like. I know I'm deadly and all, but am I gonna have to cripple myself to actually get a decent fight?
Goliath raises his hand and says, "I would be happy to watch you cripple yourself, Snake Man."
Ouch. You know, I'm kind of feeling bad about, you know, us doing 1v1s, you know. We seem to either curb stomp or that lady, I think, is going to rip out our intestines and feed it to us, and I think she's the only one that'll actually be too big of a deal. No offense to the rest of you.
I love how up to this point we still haven't gotten her actual thing.
No, we haven't actually had like a super bout. Yeah, we haven't had our token either. So I'm wondering if we can switch things up a little bit, making it a little bit more interesting for us, because I'm fairly certain Jumpchain is probably getting bored of us staring and watching us curb stomp people. So how about all of us versus, what, 3 of you, 4 of you if you count Goliath? You want to fight? You want?
I don't count me, I know.
Alright, 5 of us, or 4 of us because Lilith, versus the 3 of you.
Sure, I mean... The young lady arrived back from their shopping trips, it should be fine. And I did make sure to text no thermonuclear warhead. It's very important to me.
So we have a constant problem with her buying thermonuclear warhead.
I think I would have a problem with
Never done it before, but I would not.
You have to buy them.
The only time somebody would be looking to buy something like that is for the plutonium in them because they were trying to build a time machine.
I don't know what you're referencing, but more important than that, I feel like it's important to point out, when I say shopping trip, I don't mean she's going to purchase things.
She's going to steal things, correct? Or is she going to just,
Yeah.
obtain them legally via this being your company basically owning almost everything in the world?
You can't steal from yourself.
I mean,
That's
you
what I
technically
You
can.
know what?
and
Fair
it has
enough.
been proven that you can do it. If you hire somebody else to come and take your stuff, you just stole from yourself.
Well, I mean, really, in that case, it's consensual. Think of it like this. It's not embezzlement if I'm the company. And also, if I don't...
I mean, you got a point there, but also, there is such a thing called a Ponzi scheme,
So, let me get this straight. The guy called the Goliath isn't fighting the team thing, right?
It seems that he really wants to get the heck out of here and does not want to fight in anything involving Buck. He has a snake issue.
Reptilia, go away for a moment. As you see Reptilia fade away, see Buck kind of grab his old leg. Now this one work. Now he puts it back and he grabs his ruby leg and straps it in. How about this? Because I'm bored and I want somebody not to be chicken. Hey, Ron, I grabbed that mask from you, right?
Which mask?
Yeah,
gas mask.
the gas mask did.
Oh yeah.
As Buck places it over his face
Let me
and
get
ties
things
it
straight real quick. You're saying you want to fight against me with no snakes, no reptiles of any kind, no Komodo dragons, no flipping actual dragon, no Wyrms, no Leviathans, no Jormungundirs, just two men beating the shit out of each other like God intended.
Okay, look, I might want to warn you, Goliath. The man can hit hard.
I've been through multiple worlds and multiple fights. I've had literal wars with fish, buddy.
Oh boy, has he. He's also hip thrusted a god to death.
I don't have the understanding of what in the world you're saying to be able to be appropriately afraid of hip thrusting a god. I'm just imagining you standing in the middle of a church making a fool of yourself.
Oh no.
I don't have the context, and actually, you know what? I don't want the context. The context sounds disturbing.
Not really that disturbing. It was actually pretty awesome when it happened.
To be fair, I was fighting alongside things. I wasn't alone.
I'm gonna look at Megan and be like, give me some speakers. We need some music.
I'm pretty sure she's still in her shopping.
I mean,
Buck kind of steps forward with the mask on in Reptilia. If you want your stand, I will have Reptilia out, but I won't summon reptiles. Reptilia is not a reptile, by the way. He's more like a reptile puppet, I guess.
See,
if you look at it.
Okay, so I have a series of important questions. Does it look like a snake?
I mean, kind of. I mean,
yes. The answer is yes. Does it hiss like a snake?
No, I haven't heard it.
Reptilia has a tongue, but it doesn't make any noise. Yeah,
is it a tongue like a snake?
It's a tongue.
No, it just looks like
it's like a flat tongue.
It looks just like a long.
All right, I've seen what an anteater's tongue can do, and honestly, they're slightly more terrifying. Have you seen what they do to an anthill?
Yeah.
No, actually, I haven't. What do they do to an anthill?
They eat it.
Think of it like this: have you ever? Imagine for a moment a tube. This tube is filled with peanut butter. Now, I want you to imagine that a man who has been starved for the last 3 weeks and somehow still manages to live, who's named Gene Simmons, is currently trying to get all of that peanut butter out. Can you imagine that tongue?
It's a Jiraiya tongue.
Stop with the absurdly accurate sound effects.
I mean,
that wasn't the sound effect. That was my tongue.
I mean, granted, the problem with that is, though, my dude, is that a human tongue can't reach that long, so he'd only get a little bit of the peanut butter out.
You underestimate a man's determination.
This is true.
You underestimate my dick, bitch.
Look,
I don't think that had anything to do with it. Sorry, what were you saying?
If you want to use your stand, but if you use your stand, I at least get to use Reptilia as a fighting force against it. But if you want to just punch me, and we don't use the stance at all, I'm more than happy to oblige, because I haven't gotten into a fight since I've really woken up, because all you people are scared as all out. Like, geez, I understand death is terrifying, but
yeah,
not
unfortunately, Yeah, from what I hear, you come back.
No, correction. I got brought back. I did not want to come back. I
didn't imply anything involving whether you desire. It's just specifically, death is not permanent. But
I mean, I hope it will be.
See, here's the thing.
Look, his death was technically almost permanent, and it may or may not have been my fault.
Oh my! I think the resurrection was your fault.
Roll for initiative, by the way.
Shut up. Dude, if you don't shut up, I am legit going to just snag. Alright.
Is it Goliath or Goliath?
Goliath. Like David and.
Like gargoyles?
What's his AC?
Oh yeah, I
What's his AC?
said that.
Goyles.
What's his AC?
Goyle.
Right now it's no, it's 11.
Okay. I can do that, Jim.
He does pull out his Nokia flip phone, but that's all he's able to do because Buck rolled higher and moves first.
Buck launches himself forward and goes for just a straight up sucker punch.
Okay. It's just strength. Are you serious?
Holy hell.
Well, annihilated in one punch.
Roll 2d4.
Dear God.
The loud grunting can audibly be heard throughout the ears of all participants. Despite the fact that you could swear Totodile doesn't even have ears, it's clear that he still heard it, as Goliath doubles over the fist.
By the way, did I not forget to mention that our last jump was a zombie apocalypse, and the jump for that was a school about fighting monsters. And that axe that I put down in the ground over there behind me is not light. Hey, at least I didn't grab you. That would have been bad.
That would have been weird, too.
Beep, beep. There we go. At that, he stumbles back a little bit, his phone glowing a bit before dissipating. All right. He swings with his left hand, but it goes wide, completely missing.
Did I rattle your brain a bit too much?
Don't worry, you just threw up in my mouth a little. I swallowed it. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you're gonna have massive heartburn after that, my dude.
Fuck. Your move.
Buck sits there and, with his metal leg, kicks.
Okay.
Oh no.
See.
Roll it.
God. That's your right leg?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll probably just strength. He is able to duck under it, as he seems to retaliate by pulling out a gun.
Oh my God.
Well, that's a nat 20. I don't know why we're getting so many of these.
No idea.
It is a very hefty gun, but surprisingly, it doesn't actually look like any gun you've normally seen, as a bolt of superheated plasma spills out of the front of it, driving across your entire shirt, burning real goddamn bad.
Oh, dang.
I haven't felt this alive in years.
You see, you're not supposed to be laughing right now. I am. Yeah, no, I'm scared.
See, you're the first person that actually did some damage. Lightning isn't that painful, though James didn't like it very much. But I have literally taken an entire giant tooth through the chest cavity. You have no idea how painful that was.
I honestly don't.
Imagine if you were Doug and Diana threw her fist through your chest frame. And just think about how painful that looks. Yeah. Feels about the same.
Cool. I'm actually not going to imagine that. I don't have to imagine that. Diana is... He turns around to make sure that Diana is not here, and she is still at her shopping trip, despite the fact that I never token. He's like, yeah, no, Diana's terrifying.
Fair. As Buck in this thing...
Mm-hmm.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, you're very much in danger. So, I still have reptiles in the area, correct?
I mean, yeah.
Can I get them to just chuck my axe at me?
Yeah, you probably would have left snakes with your axe. It would be very difficult to get them to huck it. But I'm just trying to imagine, like, I default to snakes. I'm just trying to imagine a king cobra trying to lift your freaking axe out of the ground.
I mean, to be fair, I have all sorts of reptiles, and what was James' nervous habit?
I'll be honest, despite being your bestest buddy, I have no idea.
James's nervous habit during when the thing with Diana and Ron kissing her is that he creates reptiles out of panic.
Oh, no, I meant just how in the world are the snakes hucking that thing? Oh, sorry, reptiles hucking that thing.
Because there's reptiles that are much bigger than a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How heavy is your weapon?
I think it was a medium or a light. I think it sat at a medium. It was enough that Buck, with his only being able to lift 180 pounds, was able to move it freely and easily. It wasn't that heavy. Okay. It's just
dense,
complicated. Yeah, it's dense, not really heavy.
Well, say that you just have a whole bunch of a whole bunch of animals trying to hurl it towards you. It's probably too heavy to be able to hurl it with tiny arms, but we'll fudge the numbers. Roll dex to catch it, though. Shouldn't be too hard.
Oh,
okay.
I'm taking that in the back.
Yeah. You don't have it drive into your body, but the handle of it smacks right across your spine. It hurts.
Well, that's not fun. Can I still grab it, though, and attack?
Oh, yeah. You can. It just, kind of sucked that it hit you.
And you see Buck kind of grab it after it bounced off his back and just swing it.
Okay, strength.
Oh, God.
Yeah. As you go to swing, he does raise up his arms, and it seems like a stand manifests in order to block it. Mostly. Stand, taking the appearance of Sabaton for a brief moment, does block the majority of the blow before shattering like glass as the remainder of the kinetic energy causes the axe to slam. And he doesn't get slashed through or anything, but given that he bounces off to the side and slams back first into a wall, he does not look good. Roll 1d for damage.
Oof.
Yeah.
Buck is not a weak one.
He is currently struggling to stand up. Did you use both hands to swing it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You can feel a stinging in your left hand. A single smiley face sticker.
Huh. Interesting choice of stand. Given that...
I didn't think you'd hit like a truck.
Again, I just stated that I went through a jump where I was in a school where the thing that they taught was the efficiency of killing monsters bigger than themselves.
Okay, counter-argument, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hit like a truck.
Fair, but I'm also bulky.
Have you seen Tanya's biceps?
Yes, and they're impressive. But that's not... Why is that even... Buck, puts down a weapon. Why is that important right now?
I have a skewed idea of what is and isn't muscular and now. That he kind of sits up, scratching his side. Okay. Okay. That, he raises his gun again, though his hands are a bit shaky. Are you...
Oh my God.
That one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it happens.
You see Buck with his...
The gun seems to have taken damage when he bounced off to the side, as it literally bursts in his hand, misfiring and spattering a whole bunch of plasma along his left hand.
Ooh, that's gotta suck. You want to see a neat magic trick?
No!
Well, too bad. As you see Buck kick, he like holds his axe downward with one hand and he kicks it with his middle leg, spinning it, making the blades collide, and the top blade turning into my favorite thing, the bladed whip axe version. You know, I never got much use out of this end.
Well, you're not going to get much use out of it because I'm forfeiting. I can't take this. My arm is on fire. I think I'm missing most of the skin on it.
You see
Aww.
Buck kind of like spinning it about. Fair enough.
I mean,
You're lucky you didn't.
they're not really prepared for Ruby-style weapons.
Apparently.
Buck is just beefy.
You guys requested a 1v1 against the board of directors, and the 3 jumpers appear to have responded by saying, well, shoot, we're not feeling threatened.
Granted, who all we've fought so far haven't really been jumpers, have they?
Yep.
Nope.
Thus far, the only jumper that has fought is Diana, and she fought you. She won.
Alright, boys and girls. Is our lovely little ladies back here yet?
See Buck kind of like put his weapon up and just kind of walk back, very nonchalant with a giant burn mark in his chest. You know, if there's any consolation, that was the most fun I've had since Ruby. That was like technically 2 years ago for me. For me, it was like 20.
Do you want some aloe vera?
Buck kind of looks at you and shrugs. Up to you, man. I don't care.
Right.
The 3 of them. Are we turning this into a group match, or are we sending in our people one by one? Because let me tell you, Johan gestures towards Tanya and Diana. You're gonna have a bad time no matter what.
I think we should do a group match. I think that'd be more fun for everyone in general. You know, allow us to use our teamwork. I look at Ron. Teamwork.
Yeah, as long as you don't kill people.
I have not killed anyone. Okay.
I took it out.
You what?
Didn't you fail at not killing that dude?
Yeah.
So,
From what?
good. He had a shield, so I went into his shield and blew him up.
You still fucking killed him.
I didn't say I wasn't going to not.
So what I'm hearing is we're doing a group fight, right?
Yeah. Sounds like it. I'm going to, Good God. Okay, let's see what mine is.
Well, you just came up with the best fight you've had in years, so obviously you would be ready.
Yeah. Wow.
Would you please not?
With all your 20s and me and my 17.
Okay, well, Diana's... That's not what I was expecting out of that.
This is gonna hurt.
Are you serious?
Jesus
With the high numbers, we're wasting all of them.
Get one. Get just... Okay.
I'm the slowest one here. Nice.
How? You rolled a 17! Good.
Here, Corin. Let me just. There we go. Make your life easier.
Dear God.
What are these numbers?
Yeah. Diana shifts in place. I'd bring out Celine, but I would not put your team above killing puppies, so...
I would not kill a puppy.
Okay, have you ever seen puppies? They're too cute to kill. Seriously.
She gestures towards Megan.
Okay, she might kill a puppy, but you know.
Trust.
Depends on the
I
circumstances.
completely understand. Like, you see Bucker put his hand up. Seriously, if any of these nitwits killed, like, my dogs, they would not live, but they would not die quickly.
Yeah, I'm not running the risk. Celine isn't immortal.
I'm very concerned. What?
Yeah.
What just happened? Somebody leaving join?
Oh, but nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Johan kind of shrugs. Well, I suppose that this is just going to be Diana won't. I suppose you won't be using your stand, will you? As she kind of just shrugs. Give me 1 second. I now realize that all 3 of the jumpers are not on my computer; they're on my laptop. Wonderful. Oh, neat.
Okay.
Good. My laptop's off. So, guess who's passing their turn? Because I ain't making you guys wait. Diana seems to hold off for a moment, allowing Robin to go first. As Johan just seems to fasten something to his face. What appears to be some sort of mask.
Do you want me to put in their ACs? If so, what are their ACs?
Diana is 14, Tanya is 15, Johan is 20.
Okay.
Does that mean is my HP 7 or is my AC 7?
Oh, right, there's HP in this.
There is. Your AC is 14.
Yeah. First up, Totodile goes away. Going
yes.
back to the warehouse.
Yeah, like I mentioned, the only reason Celine was allowed in the previous fight was because it was one-on-one. Partners make things too complicated.
So go ahead and take him off the map.
It smiles at you.
And,
You said 12?
mm,
For Johan, you said 12?
12. My laptop appears to have locked up. That's
There we go.
I
Yay.
eat a visibility pill, and is that an action or a fast action?
well,
I
seeing
just-
as you're basically shoving a sunflower seed down your face, I ain't gonna count that action.
Okay. I eat that, and then I put on my heat signature concealing bodysuit so that no one can see me in heat signature.
You're just going to rapidly start stripping and changing your clothes while
I'm
invisible.
not stripping. I'm just putting them over my clothes because I don't have much on me.
I mean,
That's
I
fair.
only have your character icon to go off of, but it looks like you're.
I can just throw my
Mhm.
for it. I would just throw my everything that isn't just my cloths in my inventory.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Okay.
should work well.
Yeah, no, that's not a police inventory. Okay. I keep forgetting that the outfits change.
Yeah.
Also,
Anyway,
the
yeah.
tiny icons.
Okay.
Okey-doke.
So,
So you
yeah.
are now invisible.
And I have the heat concealing bodysuit, and that is my and I'm going to move now, being in.
Okie doke.
Let me apply.
That is a cliff. A giant ocean of lava.
Rose here.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I don't have 40.
You're good. Okay.
You have slapped on a bodysuit, turned invisible, and hecked the wolf.
Oh, I went invisible first, and then I changed into it, and then I
I'm
moved.
not saying the order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that I finally have the character sheet open, Diana goes to look around as she snaps her finger. A green light forming around her body again. However,
So,
as that
Ron,
happens,
Buddy
you can
Boo, you
notice
want-
that she seems to be focusing on something, as you can visibly watch her body seem to swell up. Her lab coat gradually seeming to get tighter. She seems to focus her entire turn on that, just
So, Ronnie boy, you want to take care of that?
I mean, my turn still got to go through like 3 different people right now.
I think he meant,
No,
do you want to fight against Diana, or is it fine if he starts fighting against Diana?
I mean,
I'll take either.
I'll take
you know.
whoever's not being beaten up at the time.
Okay, I'm gonna take Tanya because she is hell bent on killing my teammate, and that is unpleasant to
To
think.
Tanya, but the thing is, Tanya and Diana both have it out for one of your teammates.
Fine, after
do
my
Tanya or
teammate that
Diana?
is less capable of physically defending herself against a massive punch to the gut. Ron won't notice if somebody punches him in the sternum. Megan probably would.
I feel like the evidence points the other way, but okay, you're targeting Tanya.
Okay, so
Yeah.
can I ask a quick question though?
What up?
The sternum.
Sternum
Like
is like that area in between the ribs, that tough thingy looking thing.
Like the solid bone in the middle of your chest. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to take my 16-wheeler and throw it at Tanya.
Okie doke. Start
Super
off
flashy
with,
like.
a
Mhm.
dexterity.
Okay. Dexterity. 16.
Okay, that hits. Now, since she has raw strength,
I'm almost certain that she can not die from
She-
this.
as it crashes into her, you watch as she catches it, slides back a bit, and then holds it above her head.
Impressive.
Rather than saving it for her turn, she just kind of drops it right behind her with a massive thunk. Focusing instead on... She kind of just assumes you're going to keep fighting. Her eyes are still on you, though, not on Buck, as his turn begins.
You see Buck kind of shake his head as he takes off the mask and throws it to Ron. Hey, midget, mind giving your position out for a second so I can hand you the stupid mask?
She can probably just grab it from you.
Are you
Whatever.
talking to me?
Yes,
Yes.
he called you midget.
Buck is not very polite to people.
I don't actually know my character's height,
Probably shorter than
but
most.
Buck is huge, so most people are a midget to him.
So I'm assuming you just grab his mask from his
I'm going
hands.
to mentally. Her turn's up next, though, so I'm gonna mentally talk to him and say, "I can't tell you where I am because it seems like she."
Alright.
But
You
well,
see
he
Buck
said he
throw
would.
it behind him, then go get it when you can. But let me be very clear. I'm fighting to kill right now. I'm not in the mood anymore.
Oof.
All right.
By the way, Ron,
Mask.
What the hell's the mask
any
for? What is that?
consolation,
It's to deal with Buck's poison.
Oh,
because, well, the effluvium mainly, the poison is...
I have a gas mask already. Is it just not a
His
general gas
masks
mask?
are specially made for his effluvium.
Yeah.
Because what the stuff does is it eats through stuff, but it's affected by dust. Dusts are laced into the mask to stop this stuff.
So it won't
Because
get
what this...
lungs.
Yeah, so it won't get into your lungs. It may still affect the rest of your body, but at least you can breathe without the small bacteria eating away at the inside of your body, eating you inside out.
Yeah.
Very unpleasant.
So
yeah.
pick up the mask whenever you feel comfortable with it. I'm just going to consider that Buck throwing something over his shoulder isn't take up its turn any more than Tanya's did.
Yeah, he's just handing them out because he's kind of walking forward a bit, just kind of cracking his neck. All right. Reptilia.
No crap.
You know what? As you see Buck turn to the rock next to him, and he puts his hand on it, Reptilia, make me a... alligators didn't really work. So make me a few... let's make some horny lizards. Or,
Raising.
Phrasing. I don't
This is
really care.
this is a good phrasing.
Oh yeah, bearded dragons. That's what I'm thinking about. Sorry.
That's what
yeah. Bearded dragons.
As you see Reptilia kind of come out and cut about 3 parts of the rock away, and make 3 of the
Lizard.
bearded dragons as they sit on his arm.
Out of the
Buck.
3 of them, the only one that seems concerned is Johan. Eyes dart to the creatures for a second.
By the way, if you touch my reptiles, Miss Diana, James loved these things, and frankly, I don't blame him. They're adorable, but I recommend not touching them, or else you become my target.
She raises an eyebrow. My stand is phenomenon. If I wanted to, I could make them start evolving whenever I like. The problem is that rapidly evolving my enemy's stand sounds like a bad idea.
I mean, you did it to James when he was with the stinking reptiles before, and they just went haywire.
No, I had a slight problem and got a little mad at the circumstances and lost control of my ability. I think there's a difference there.
Fair. As you see Buck kind of just like, what would I have on me? I haven't actually...
Okay.
I can send you your list if you want me to.
If you could real quick, because I don't remember all that I have on me as a player.
Yeah. I'll send you that list.
Sorry to slow this down for a moment, but I kind of want to see if I have other tools at my disposal other than throwing lizards at people.
Would have won that previous fight if he'd remembered all of his stuff. So taking a look at your character sheet is probably a good idea.
Yeah. Jumpchain info, Jumpchain heroes. It's a good thing I made.
I mean, it would be nice to have that, but I don't see any of my stuff on my character.
I've sent you your. I'll send you your sheet as well. Where's Buck? I mean, I sent you all this sheet before we started playing the game.
Sin, did you forget that I don't remember anything?
That's why I said
it to you. Moment as I
there you go.
Things,
I'll use this time to review character sheet.
Yeah, if the sheet would actually like stop being laggy.
My best friend just gave me strawberry shortcake, like, homemade.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Oh, that sounds so good. I want some now.
Yeah, oh my gosh, this tastes so good. I'm just smiling to myself eating this. That's so bad.
Oh, you wound us. I want the taste of the good stuff.
Ooh, I know. I know what I'll do. So this is
I just realized that anticipation from my zombie thing is probably why I was able to take the dream world so well.
I think it is more to do with your personal way of acting.
That too, but we can chalk it up to that.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay.
So what did you say?
Buck with the lizards on his shoulders, like he goes, "All right, boys, let's get this done." And you see him, instead of actually using the lizards, he leaves them on his shoulders, spins out his axe into the blowgun, and throws 3 red crystals in between these 3, and blows his effluvium. There's a secondary effect that me and Sin discussed a long time back, and it was used during Jumpchain. Do you remember Buck's effect on dust?
I remember that you managed to make it explode in front of Iron.
Yeah.
So basically, when dust comes into contact with effluvium, depending on the type, if it's ice dust, then it turns it to sludge, and/or makes it, depending on the concentration, into just a crystal that doesn't do any harm. If he does it on fire dust, it explodes.
So you're throwing a bunch of grenades between them?
Yeah.
Basically, except it's like a chain reaction, because Buck has to, axe blowgun the 3 crystals that he just chucked.
Okay.
So what do you want me to roll for that?
Just a dex roll. 13. Okay, the only person. Okay. So let's see. Diana is not able to trigger Royal Guard, meaning that she can't protect him. And oh boy.
I'm assuming Tanya can just stand and
Tanya does not have the speed necessary to protect Johan. They both move to protect Johan, but are too slow. Johan gets freaking tossed back from the force of the explosion, darting across the area, and pretty much smacking heavily into the wall as both Tanya and Diana grimace, seeming unharmed. Particularly because of the dexterity of 13. That's lower than either of their ace. And because those 2 are freaking built like stone.
So, you guys really wanted some of my abilities? That's one. The little crystals that I have with me, and I'll explain because, it's JoJo, and we've got to at least be a little consistent here. I have a thing called effluvium. That stuff that I've been spitting out from my own gob, yeah, that stuff affects with those little crystals that I threw. If they're red, they explode. If they're, whitish blue, they'll either turn to sludge, which, yes, the sludge is just as effective, and/or to complete nothingness, depending on the concentration. The others don't do too much, so I only tend to use those 2. How do you think? Kind of interesting, ain't it? As Buck just kind of sits there, almost smiling.
Diana kind of shifts in place before kind of shrugging and saying, "It's not uninteresting. Honestly, I'd be more interested if I could get my hands on." stuff yours?
I mean, to be fair, I threw it into a vial, but that didn't end so well. It didn't eat through the vial. No, it just concentrated, which the stuff is already potent as all get out, so you could probably imagine what happened.
I see.
That person never existed in the first place. All right, let's get back to it. My turn's up, so I think.
Yeah. And that makes it Tanya's, as Tanya takes a deep breath of her own, as you notice that the air around her seems to shimmer with a vague redness. As she opens her eyes, after shutting them, because I forgot to mention that, and you can see that as she pulls off a headband, that she appears to have 2 fluffy ears.
Hey, wait. Are you a bestial?
She pauses. Explain.
Well, when we were getting our body stuff set up, because Jump was having an in-depth conversation with us.
Oh, you mean that? You mean the spreadsheet that CEO had us fill out?
Yes.
No, I chose to be swole.
Fair, but what's with the ears then?
Oh, just a layover from my last jump. She rolls her arms and snaps her fingers as, let me make sure I can...
Oh my god, what?
A second first, though the coloration seems skewed as it surges forward to try and launch an attack at Bob. See.
That sounds
and
familiar.
Because so, round down. Unfortunately, the clone is not able to deal significant damage as it kind of surges right past. She kind of clicks her teeth. You do note a white aura had surged around her brief moment before the clone seemed... Ugh, I'm out of practice.
You're good? Well, that and my eyesight, even with this one eye and these little reptiles, I have probably the best eyesight out of everyone here. Seriously, you need to take... Like, your body's amazing and all, but seriously, take better care of your heart, lady.
For some reason, that phrase seems to strike me as Johan proceeds to then stand up and kind of raise his eye. As you notice, he appears to have a playing card. And -1 because of distance. Are you serious? Okay. The card goes wide, swinging outwards and driving itself into the heated metal of the tank. As Johan clicks his teeth as well, stepping. Still
my tank.
Are y'all missing me, or are y'all missing someone else?
You, Tortoise Man.
I'm not Tortoise Man.
You look like Tortoise Man, it still counts. Besides, I'm too proud to admit that I don't remember your name, and won't remember it when you tell me it in a minute. Which you won't, because I just told you I won't remember it.
Yeah, that's kind of pointless too. By the way, I'm not going to tell you my name, but his name was James. I do remember it, because he liked you. You were interesting, and kind of nice.
Cool.
I, on the other hand...
I'm going to remember him for his actions, not his name. That is why he is Tortoise Man.
Fair enough, I guess.
It's Ron's turn, by the way.
Ronnie boy, what shall you do?
So, I recently looked at all of my stuff that I had again. I have remembered everything. One thing in particular, I am actually very, very much going to enjoy using. He steps forward and he points at Diana.
Oh, no.
Her immediate response is, "Don't you dare."
No. Before she says that, Ron says, as he points at her, "Your next lines will be, 'Don't you dare.'"
Don't you Oh, little.
Don't listen here, you little shit.
You just see Buck like double over for a second in laughter. I can't believe you did it! You crazy moron! I can't. Buck is like laughing on the ground now.
It's a JoJo's reference.
Yeah, it's called prediction. I can predict what anyone is about to say and use it as either distraction or intimidation.
I don't know. This is
so because I use it as a distraction, Stardust Speedway was able to get up behind her and it's gonna pop and just karate chop her on the head.
Okay, roll strength. And it doesn't even matter. That 6 means that Royal Guard triggers as your hand pretty much gets bounced right backwards in a surge of green light.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah, you had the Royal Guard.
I literally strangled you. How did you forget?
Look,
Because you strangled him.
look,
You think that brain damage is going to impact his actions, everything he's done.
Yes, it does. I've watched this dude. Hitting him in the head is literally the quickest way to make him forget something.
I mean, granted, even before then, I forgot things very rapidly anyway, so...
Seriously, how did you ever forget that you handed me those orbs?
What?
I rest my case. You see Buck like hold his hands up. I rest my case, see? This is what I mean.
She seems to focus on her hands for a moment as very suddenly a thing appears in them. Not just anything, what appears to be a high velocity sniper rifle as she levels it directly at Ron one-handed. Oh boy. Finally a high roll after an 8, an 8, and a 7, and it does not bode well for you.
Can I pose to get out of the way?
You can pose in the way.
Your posing manages to successfully get you just out of the way enough that the bullet barely manages to skim across your highly taut chest as she visibly scowls.
So, do you guys know that Polnareff pose where he turns around to the rest of the gang and he's literally almost on the floor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not expecting that. Not expecting that. Her shot very nearly missed, only inflicting 1 point of damage.
Oh, Extreme Matrix. The Extreme Matrix.
Yeah. So he's now basically almost laying on the floor as he's doing the Polnareff pose.
So bad.
Well, she didn't miss.
I guess you never miss, huh?
I will end you.
So she has a headband that's bunny ears, but then she duplicated herself to do an attack.
Well, she has animal ears, but she did duplicate herself for an attack. It's a different. Those are two different things.
Okay.
She just has animal ears. They're not a funny multiplication joke.
Okay.
I mean, I was thinking Wukong, so.
Yeah. Oh, did she take Ruby? Oh, that could be interesting.
Oh, a mask. So I'm. If it's the mask.
Okay.
Oh, it's invisible too, I guess. Have it.
Yeah.
Once you put it on,
put that on, and then I'm going to to here. I'm going to place down that LRAD thing that I had. It's basically a very loud speaker. And I'm just going to have it play basically since it was already set up to play it's basically what comes out of it. It isn't like ear shattering. It's just enough to hard to hear, so I would be able to behind noises.
So exceptionally loud rock music or death metal music.
Yeah, so it's like you're at a concert. But the music coming out of it is actually, yeah, let's just think screamo hard bass rock.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So that starts playing. Then I'm going to move again because I don't want her to...
You can see that when it plays, Tanya visibly winces at the volume. Her animal ears. However, she recover pretty quickly. So you
it's
set
just
that
for
up.
background. It's just to make it harder for her to hear the area.
Yes.
All right. So my question is,
around,
Corin, because of some stuff that we said earlier, I can basically ask you if something will go well or not. So my question is, if I shoot the gas tank right next to her, would that be a good idea?
So technically speaking, I can tell you right now that if you try to shoot into the gas tank, that's a really high DC for Dex, but it's not impossible, and it would cause an explosive detonation. I don't know what you're referring to, but technically speaking, what you would be doing is setting off a particularly large explosive at point blank to Tanya.
Sweet, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, roll Dex 15.
Damn it.
Let's see, did you use a gun or did you use your...
I used my my weapon from Ruby. It's a rifle, essentially.
Okay, you managed to punch a nice clean hole right through the car as Tanya kind of raises an eyebrow.
Oof.
You missed.
I have not used one of these in years, actually. Woo.
Buck's move.
I'm gonna mentally just switch up and tell Buck that I have the mask on. Yes.
Nice.
Cool. That means I can fully let loose. As you see Buck just, like, he takes, because he's kind of just had it there on standby. You see him take his X, spin it in his hand. Like, he just, like, straight up just spins the thing like it's a top in his hand to get the rest of the flute, like any leftover stuff. See, I don't like that because it corrodes my axe sometimes. Good thing this thing's not made out of normal metal anyway. A lot of it's just made out of stone. As he just goes for another shot towards just their group in general. He not explosive, just effluvium.
Dex.
Ooh,
boy, that is high enough. Okay, so as you fire in, highlight which square you're aiming.
Roughly, I'd be probably aiming for this one because it's between the two of them.
Okay.
But I would be kind of doing it in a slight, like here, let me just, like, kind of a slight angle between the three.
Okay.
But the main center point would be the thing in between all of them.
Yep.
As that fires in, Tanya makes no preconceptions about trying to dodge, as she instead reaches out, grabs Diana's arm, as you notice that both of them begin to shimmer quite a bit. However, let's see. First off, I need to check if that... Nope. Her Royal Guard does not trigger. However, you do note that as she does that, Diana's entire body does seem to shimmer with a completely different light for a moment, which anyone who's familiar with DMC3 would recognize as the Dreadnought ability, I believe it was called, before Tanya literally throws hands and smacks Johann right upside the face as he tumbles.
Jesus.
Not outside of the explosive radius, though, as they are all still clearly hit with it. And good God, Diana did not hold back when she swung.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, let's see. How much smoke is there involved? How much obscurance or anything like that?
Let's see. If it's a beam and it's coming from Buck, I assume that's, if you don't mind, like, you can correct this, but... See, 25 feet.
Yeah. I mean, like...
be about from here to here, or really low hanging. So they'd probably, like, with their heights, they would probably be able to see over it very easily. Because, again, it's concentrated, but once it hits something, it's going to disperse just as quickly.
Okay. So Diana and Tanya are quite tall and swole. So you can still see them, though Johann seems to have been completely covered by the effluvium.
Oof, that's not good.
Yeah. At that, though, you can see that Tanya seems to be refocusing on you as the metallic sheen across her body stands out. A metallic sheen that Sin recognizes quite well from the time that he got punched.
Ah, crap.
And using E1 M1, she just changed their bodies into metal. As Tanya kind of rolls her shoulders, good thing we're not normal metal, right?
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Though you can just hear a dazed slur from Johann. She tries to ignore it.
You know, you're not a very good teammate. You just slugged the... Actually, I can't say anything.
Wait, who keeps changing all of the turn orders?
I'm assuming when you say stuff, that's the turn order change.
I mean...
One person needs to control that.
So Tanya's moved on. It's just... please stop controlling that without me.
Fine,
It's really confusing me. So, unfortunately, Tanya's action does get pretty much completely consumed by all that, including the taunting. And Johan does seem to stand up, and you can see that he's also got that metallic shimmer across him. However, dazed as he is, see if he even can. He doesn't even get a bonus. 9. Neat. Another card flies out through the air, and once again sinks into Sin's tank.
My tank!
You know,
So
cocky. He's a really bad shot.
Do you want to get punched upside the face by Tanya?
I mean, I thought she was going to try anyway.
Shut up. It's Ron's turn.
Oh, it is? Oh, hang on. Ron just puts away the porn mag he was reading.
It's always he's a pervert.
Okay, so what's going on right now?
Well, they're currently surrounded by effluvium, though they seem to be immune to it thanks to E1M1 transforming their bodies into living metal. Well, more or less.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Mhm. They're just full of pain right now. Specifically, Johan is incredibly in pain.
Yeah. Also, in order to transform Johan, she had to swing her out in order to hit him as she could, which was very fast.
Oh. So, whenever he went into his thing to prepare to get all his equipment out, I'm going to use this as a bullshit reason for why he has this now. So, he reaches around himself to pull out a sword. A very particular sword. One that Johan might recognize if he knows his lore.
Johan's eyes will narrow, actually, because as we determined earlier, thanks to Buck previously went on a mission in order to find Anubis and then ended up being the one to sell it. And, well, due to certain black market reasons, Johan is like, oh, you auction sniping little... How did you get that?
Well, it was just there when I woke up. So I decided to take it. See, I am a sword enthusiast. Little did I know, he pulls out the sword and he summons Anubis and his own stand. That basically now I have 2 stands.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Jumpchain bought Anubis from James.
Yes.
And gave it to me.
I'll kind of sit there for a moment. For someone I don't like, really, really good at things right now.
Yeah, it's because I'm kind of remembering everything that I have at this point. So I'm basically becoming the god that I actually am. And I'm realizing the power I wield is too great and I might end up getting rid of it when I'm done with this. I might want to start over.
So Anubis
Just
is not
someone else.
But hey, it's Anubis. You're the owner. Roll 1d20 DC 5, by the way.
1d20 what?
1d20, just roll 1d20, you have to
the
get above
DC
a 5.
itself.
Okay. Alright, roll a 20 from here then.
Cool, you pass. Anubis, despite its best attempts, is not able to mess with your head or anything like that.
Well, that's the thing with it anyway. It wouldn't even be able to.
It isn't able to control you. It can't control your mind. It's just it can't do anything else either right now. Basically, you're in full control.
Nice. So, you know what I'm gonna do? So Anubis, if I'm remembering correctly from part 3, it can cut
selectively
anything.
cuts. Yeah, pretty much.
So, does that mean that I can cut the metal skin right off of them?
I mean, have fun trying to freaking flay a person. You can cut through, but you're not going to be able to shave their skin because that would take too many cuts, too many turns.
So, well, obviously we can't. Okay, I can't do that, but I can do this instead. I can slash at the vapor clouds around them and dissipate it.
To be fair, that's more helpful to us because, again, they're still taller than him, but that's still something that they have to breathe in.
Yeah, but it's something that now we don't have to worry about, so we can get closer to them. And maybe they'll lower, when they lower their guard, then we can actually move in for the attack.
I mean, we'll say that it's a dex roll to try to dissipate all of the smoke from a distance using Anubis' special magic-y cuts.
Alright, so dex.
Oh yeah, no, it's clear.
Wait, are you swinging it straight down? Because if so, it could be like a line towards her.
No, he's just like, doing thousands.
Oh, you're just spinning your blade.
He's pulling a Virgil.
Yep, I'm pulling a Virgil, basically.
Okay.
As you do that, you can notice the distaste across both Tanya and Diana's faces as you pull a Virgil.
Oh, yes, Diana. I know how to do a Virgil.
That sounds so wrong. Okay, I'm assuming this is going to be the last round, by the by.
Pretty much. Because,
yeah,
that Diana kind of scowls. Fine. Then I'll do to you what I did to Virgil. At that, she just seems to calmly stride forward, her arm beginning to glow a brilliant violet.
That sounds very, very wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it would.
Virgil from Dead Men Cry?
Devil Man Cry.
Dead Man Cry?
Devil May Cry.
Dead Man Cry.
Oh!
Devil May Cry.
Dead Man Cry. Okay.
Oh, stop! I'm gonna choke on the food that I'm eating.
Are you serious? Are you? Okay. It's another nat 1. It's another nat 1 from your enemies, guys. It's another one. It's another
the only one that really deserves to hit him.
See if it procs. Nope. Royal Guard doesn't proc. Okay. Yep. Well, I mean, okay. That's so. As a heads up, Buck isn't the only one who has a table. Let me pull up Diana's table.
Cool. Oh no. Oh no. What kind of table you using, man?
It is. Alright. Unfortunately, as she raises her arm up in a very imposing way, it seems to start to glow even brighter until something seems to detonate.
Oof.
Let's see her current position. Obviously, okay, so Ron will roll to dodge. She does not get that luxury. Oh, neat. You know what? Just because of the really bad luck, if it hits Ron, that'll be his damage. If it doesn't hit Ron, I'm rolling another damage.
Yeah,
Diana.
so Ron, roll speed.
Dex. Sorry, speed. Speed. Just go speed.
Speed. Okay.
Speed. 13.
So the way I can see him doing this is that he pulls out Anubis, slashes at the ground, and just dives into the hole.
Yeah, so the shards of arm explode violently as Diana looks honestly shocked. Are you shitting me? She looks at her stump arm in confusion.
He popped his head out. So, whoa. Oh. Ooh.
Did you see Buck kind of sit there for a moment?
Hey, can I roll to see if I have the aloe vera?
Roll 1d20 for aloe vera.
Just like godly what is with the aloe vera?
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you did have the aloe vera. It's currently in your pockets, all over your pockets, because it...
Damn it, it must have broke whenever I jumped down here. Hey, if you don't mind, you don't mind if I rub my axe all over your stump arm, you know? 'Cause it's got this healing fluid on it that I really don't want to make it look like I'm trying to dig in my ass to take it out.
You broke the aloe vera.
I'm sorry, look, I didn't in my back pocket, alright? And I am dummy thick, so the clap of my ass cheek broke it.
My friend, have you seen all of us? We are all the dummy thick.
But how is the dummy?
It is Robin's turn, but unfortunately, this is where we will be halting the session, as it appears that while Diana may have broken her arm, she also seems to have broken her own spirit, as her literal arm seemed to sooner explode than come into Ron. So, with
I won that fight.
So there's a very strong chance that next session may the wrap up, the final combat session at least.
Oh my god.
For JoJo's for Jumpchain Part 5 Qliphoth Breakdown. So this may very well be the second to last episode. I make no promises because I have a tendency to ramble. In any case, I gotta head out. I got things to do. Sin's gonna have to cut meat in not too long from now. So before Sin completely steals my phrase again, like he's been doing for years, Auf Wiedersehen.
Next episode is going to be amazing because I guarantee you people are going to get 20s all over us, and we're just going to get. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. If you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe, and count how many 20s we use because we suck. And we'll see you guys on the next.
I have never gotten that many 20s in a single session.
I know, right?
I know.
It was beautiful. But we'll see you guys in the next episode. Check out all the stuff we do.
They were more like helped along by other things.
No, I had 2 nat 20s in like succession.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Auf Wiedersehen.
Are you